Right now I'm just gonna be playing this demo for this romance game called Redline Strings of Fate, and then after I'm gonna play some water park simulator, which is super chaotic. But yeah, here let me read the synopsis for this. Okay, Redline is a sci-fi romance visual novel set in a near-future coastal city in southern Japan, where gifted individuals can perceive, interpret, and influence human emotions, abilities now at the center of scientific research and corporate ambition. You play as a university student with the rare ability to perceive emotional connections as red threads. As you become entangled in a secretive research program and drawn towards 5 distinct love interests, your choices will shape not only your relationships, but the fate of society itself. So, it has full voice acting, so I'm excited. Okay, let's see here. And then there is their Kickstarter campaign. I'll click on it after we finish the demo. Okay, let's get it. It is said an invisible thread runs between those destined to meet. Hello? Oh, okay. Reminiscing on the bond of human experiences and the promise of happiness, trust, and unspoken love. For most, it remains simply a story, yet within the flow of everyday life for her, these strings of fate are ever present. To everyone else, it may be nothing more than a simple wish that every encounter has meaning, that nothing is left to chance. Oh, look at these graphics. By the way, does the audio and the microphone sound okay, guys? Okay, cool. Humanity has always pursued control over the forces of nature that once threatened its survival, over the machines it built striving to create intelligence greater than its own, yet bound to its command, and finally over the very desires of itself. Writing the year 2042 means tracing that pursuit into human biology. What once seemed exceptional has evolved into a well-defined field of research. An increasing number of individuals display altered pathways of perception, processing emotion in ways that differ from the ordinary. While the underlying cause isn't agreed upon, corporations, governments, and society have already moved one step further. Striving to apply these traits across the bench, with proposals reaching as far as resolving large-scale conflicts. Research has found its epicenter in Red Haven, a city on Japan's southern coast, long established as a hub for technological innovation. Surrounded by lush greenery and coastal air, a place considered as livable as it is advanced. Is this my house? A cool breeze slips in through the cracked window, brushing against my arm. I groan, tugging the blanket higher until only my nose sticks out. She's real for that. Great. Fell asleep with the window open again. No wonder it feels like Antarctica in here. Still half asleep, I shuffle over to the window, push it shut, and crawl right back into bed. But finally, a quiet weekend. I stretch out one arm from my blanket cocoon, patting blindly across the nightstand for my phone. Catching the charging cable instead, I crawl along it with my fingertips until I manage to grab my target. Yuki. Morning, Miss University girl. The shelf above the bed. I know. One earthquake and it's Jover for you. A few weeks in and you're already ghosting me? Tragic. I literally just woke up. Must be nice, student life. All naps and excuses. I wish that was not my student life. My student life was crying and all-nighters. Now chop chop, get up. Alright, alright. Lies, you're texting me from under a blanket. Yes, I am. Anyways, at Meridian and 20. Okay, on my way. If I move fast enough, I can make it in like 15. You won't, but I respect the optimism. Okay. See you there. Yeah, oof, that... I don't know about that. Anyways, I let my phone drop onto the bed beside me and stare at the ceiling for a few seconds. With a sigh, I kick the covers off and drag myself towards the bathroom. Cold water and harsh light snap me into motion as I rush through my usual routine. Presentable enough, I grab my bag, slip my phone inside, and head downstairs, the faint smell of Amira's usual omelet breakfast drifting in from the kitchen. MC. Oh wait, can I not edit my name? Hold on. Change my name. Once you've introduced your... Okay, never mind. Heading out, meeting Yuki at the cafe. Shoes on, jacket grabbed, I push open the front door and step into the crisp morning air. I rub my hands together and breathe into them, small cloud of steam blooming in the cold air. It's been a while since we've actually met up. Back in middle and high school, Yuki and I used to see each other almost every day. Now it's texts, calls, and the occasional caffeine reunion. It'd be like that. The cafe's sign comes into view just as the smell of beans hits the air. Yep, this is definitely the smell of Yuki dragging me out of bed. Cafe Meridian. Saturday, November 1st. The bell above the door chimes as I step inside, soft wave of warmth wrapping around me. Yuki's behind the counter mid-order with the customer, her hair tied up in a loose bun that's somehow still perfectly in place.
Alright, latte extra foam. Got it. Coming right up.
Nice. I wonder what the budget for this game was. Like voice acting, really nice backgrounds, sprites. Yuki shoots me a suspicious side-eye the second she notices me, but finishes the order first. She hands the cup to the customer with an easy smile.
Here you go. Don't be a stranger.
Once they leave, she unties her apron in one dramatic motion.
Whew, I'm taking my break.
She hangs the apron on the hook and steps out from behind the counter, already zeroing in on me.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to show up. 3 minutes late, by the way.
And the sprites blink. Cool. Nice to see you too, Yuki. Oh, we're cute. Actually, I think I was reading that they'll make it to where the MC is customizable. I could be wrong though. She laughs light and bright and nudges me towards our usual spot by the window, close enough to the counter to still catch the life of the cafe. Is the pumpkin spice back already?
Mm-hmm. Came in last week.
Nice. Yuki lifts a hand towards the counter, catching her coworker's attention.
2 pumpkin spice, please.
Thank you, thank you. Her coworker nods and gets to work. Yuki turns back to me, leaning in and settling her elbows on the table.
A whole month without seeing you feels like forever.
She pouts and props her chin in her hand like she's trying to guilt trip me on purpose. I know, the start of uni's been a lot busier than I thought.
Busy how? New friend group already? Secret party life every weekend?
I wish. Just then her coworker returns and sets 2 pumpkin spice lattes down in front of us. The warm scent of cinnamon and coffee curls up into the air. But I did make a new acquaintance. Or well, maybe more of an old one.
An old one? Alright, start from the beginning. I'm all yours for the whole break.
I wrap my hands around the warm cup, letting the steam brush against my face as I search for the right place to start. In the end, it's easy. Everything began on my very first day at uni. This is a rich university, I can tell. The sun falls in soft stripes through the large windows of the auditorium. Murmurs drift through the hall, broken now and then by the occasional thud of folding chairs. Redhaven University, one of the leading institutions for human innovation and cognitive research. Prestige here comes with ambition and relentless expectations. To some, it's a goal, to others, a stepping stone. We probably are a poor scholarship student, not gonna lie. The university's most renowned bachelor's program is the interdisciplinary field of applied neuroscience. Dang, we're smart. Combining advanced science with the study of emergent emotional perception, it pushes research beyond observable behavior into the deeper workings of what we feel. Hey, do you know who's giving the opening talk today? I heard someone from Cinevis is here. Seriously, on the first day? That's a big deal. They say the first day at university feels like a new beginning. For me, it feels more like a stroke of luck shaped by invisible hands. I wouldn't be here without that scholarship. You were right, Len. We are a scholarship student. This is how you know we're veterans in the ultimate game. Community Len. Mira could never have afforded Redhaven, and neither could I. But then came the letter. No name, no explanation, just a promise that my tuition was taken care of. Thanks, mysterious patron of higher education. Now I'm here, surrounded by people who all look like they already know where they're headed. And me? I glance across the steep rows of seating. Some students are already deep in conversation. Others are fidgeting with notebooks or scrolling through glowing phone screens. Though many wear the same nervous look, while a few seem lit up with excitement. And there's a fly that's flying around me. Do you freaking mind? Okay. Sorry. Let's see. What do we want to do, guys? Are we curious? We want to keep to ourselves, or we feel out of place? Curious? Okay, we'll go down the line then. I'm just curious to see what comes. The thought hardly settles before a familiar voice cuts through the chatter around me.
Wait a sec. Is that?
Choose my first name. Duh. I guess I'll just... Oops. I guess I'll just put Nikki. Choose my last name. Okay. My last name is, Ube. It's Phil. Ew, no, Stevie. Choose my nickname. That is my nickname. Lord. Stinky. And then during the confession, they're like, Stinky, I've always loved you. Wait, can I go back? No. Okay, well. There we go, I guess.
It's really you! I can't believe I ran into you here.
Okay, who are you? Sota, you're studying here too?
Applied neuroscience. Same as you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is probably our childhood friend. He grins sheepishly, rubbing the back of his neck, a gesture I haven't seen in years. It's been, what, 8 years?
9, actually. Not that I was counting.
Bro said not that I was counting. He glances aside, running a hand through his honey blonde curls, still carrying that same effortless disarray I remember from years ago. Yeah, it has lots of voice actors in here. You'll see. He looks almost the same, maybe a little taller. Last time we talked, you were all about building gadgets to help people. Some rescue drone thing, a crowd safety app. You really did want to be a hero, huh? Sota shifts his way, a faint smile tugging at his lips, almost embarrassed.
Well, you once said I was your hero. Figured I'd try to live up to that. And hey, it's not too late to change the world. Bit of theory can't hurt. Even if it's just to be your hero again.
My hero. As he turns, there's a spark in his eyes, the kind that promises he means every word before that familiar smile breaks across his face like no time has passed at all.
But seriously, I'm really glad to see you.
A breeze drifts in through the open doors of the auditorium, stirring the air between the aisles. Dust motes swirl in the sunlight like slow sparks, catching the golden tones of early fall. You've hardly changed at all, Sota. Still wearing your heart out where everyone can see it.
You gotta stop calling me out like that.
Footsteps echo off the floor as more students hurry in, conversations fading as they scan the room for seats. Sota's gaze shifts to two empty spots across the hall before he gestures towards them.
Oh, looks like the session's about to start. You want to sit with me?
Yeah, sure. You don't like his vibes? He's gonna put us in a cage. Sure, that'd be nice.
Sweet. Then let's go before the good seats are gone.
Okay. As the lights dim, a hush ripples across the hall. Spotlights sweep across the stage, revealing the university banner against dark Alcantara backdrops. A man in his mid-40s steps into view, polished shoes clicking softly on the wooden floor as he approaches the podium. Disguise in voice. Okay. Welcome to Red Haven University, a place where scholarship, the pursuit of truth, and innovation stand at the very foundation of our education. Since you're here, it means you stand among the best, and with that comes responsibility for what you learn and for what you choose to do with it. The speaker's voice comes across with practiced ease, warm, grounded, and carrying just a hint of pride. Our subject area, applied neuroscience, touches aspects most can barely begin to grasp. Attachment and perception, patterns woven between people like threads. My gaze drops to my hand. A faint shimmer flickers for a moment, a red thread, barely visible, drawn toward the seat next to mine. Some of you possess unique neural traits, what we call link types, that allow for extraordinary forms of emotional perception. In this field, such traits can be invaluable, but let me be clear, talent alone does not define success here. Dedication and curiosity will take you just as far. Facts. Link type. Hearing the word, my eyes flick to Sota. For a split second, he meets my gaze, brows lifting in brief acknowledgement, before we both look back to the stage. I'm especially pleased to welcome not just students, but also partners. For many of you, this program will go beyond theory, and that's thanks above all to the Cinevis Research Institute. The audience shifts, a stir of curiosity and recognition fills the air. Allow me to introduce Mr. Takuma Shinonome, physician and senior research analyst at Cinevis, a recent graduate of our university and co-developer of several study programs that will soon partially take place here on campus. Let's see. Washed in the cold glow of the stage lights, the announced figure steps into view, his white hair catching the light like spun glass. Takuma Shinonome, the guy from those articles about limbic data grids? Yeah, this is your type, Ellie. Each step is taken with a reserved precision. His gaze lowered, letting the room exist only at the edge of his sight. He looks way younger than I expected. As he arrives at the podium, his gaze lifts almost absently. Eyes blue as ice catching the sun, yet softened, as if the world reached him only through a blur of water. For a second, it's all I see, the world around me fading behind a silent thread stretching from my fingertips to him. Wait, what? So, we have like multiple red threads connecting to all these guys, or what? Almost like the one to Sota, but kinda...
Thank you for the invitation.
No, thank you. His voice draws me back from the thread I've been staring at.
The cooperation between Cinevis and Redhaven University opens doors for both sides.
Cinevis. Okay.
Opportunities for research and for those who take part.
For a moment, his tone holds steady, almost rehearsed. Then the rhythm breaks, his phrasing falling just out of place.
More on that soon. I look forward to working with you.
He's cute. With a brief mechanical bow, he steps back into the shadows, no glance at the audience, slipping away like a deer avoiding the projector's beam. Thank you, Mr. Shinonome. As always, concise and to the point. Looking around, I catch students whisper to one another and trade quick glances. Others stare at him as though they've just seen a shooting star. With that, I officially welcome you to your first semester. The stage screen grows softly as a QR code fades into view. Please scan this to log into the campus network. There you'll find your schedules along with other course information. And remember, if you have any questions, your department assistant or Rocco, the campus AI assistant, are always there to help. It's malware. I wish you an inspiring beginning at Redhaven University. As the applause fades, the room erupts in motion. Dozens of students rise at once, rushing for the exits at the back of the hall. Sota and I weave our way between them, slipping free of the crowded hall and into the open corridor. Yeah, you can't escape.
Man, whew, that was something. I don't know about you, but I already feel like I'm behind before we even started.
You can't escape the school AI programs, even in the game. Behind you? You've got your own gift, don't forget.
A gift, sure. If I'm in a bad mood, everyone around syncs with me. Super practical, right?
This voice actor sounds familiar. You make it sound like you're the all-consuming emotional drain, but hey, definitely interesting enough for research. Meanwhile, I'm the almighty spaghetti monster, except for the almighty part.
Oh, great. So I'm the drain, you're the spaghetti. I guess that makes our lives the boiling water then?
Wow, what a team. We should pitch it as a webtoon.
Call it the Divine Comedy of Pasta. Dante, but with carbs.
Ahahaha. We both burst into laughter, drawing a few curious looks from students passing through the corridor. For a moment, the noise around us seemed to fade in the background. So many years apart, and yet it feels like slipping right back into how it used to be. There's so much to catch up on. I guess we're just gonna go with the top for everything, and then we'll just go. See, maybe we could talk a little longer. It's not that late yet. Maybe we could talk a little longer. We haven't seen each other in forever. It'd be nice to talk a little longer.
Huh. Sure. Kinda hoped you'd say that. I know, it's pretty old school. But when I dropped off my enrollment papers in person, I saw some students heading upstairs. It looked like a quiet spot.
He gestures towards a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Is that even...
Come on, since when did you care about rules that much? Really?
Before I can argue, he places his hands on my shoulders and gently steers me towards the staircase. Together we head up the narrow steps and push through the heavy steel door. Yeah, the voice acting's really good. Monday, October. Oh, that's right. This is in the past. The sun is already low, washing the sky in orange and rose tones.
See? Totally worth sneaking up here. Beats the crowded hall downstairs, right?
I step up beside him at the wire mesh railing. From up here, the campus spreads out below us, the city skyline glowing faintly on the horizon. I'll admit, it's a pretty great view. A light breeze moves between us, brushing through Sota's hair as he stands with his hands braced against the railing. Standing here with him feels unreal, like I blinked and the years apart had never happened. So, what brings you back to Redhaven? Shouldn't you be off building the next big tech empire or something?
Yeah, that's what my parents were hoping for. But the truth is, I never really wanted to leave in the first place. Not home, Sansan, nor you.
Oh? I actually made it on the list?
Obviously, somewhere between my dog and gaming console.
Wow. Truly touching.
But yeah, my parents thought sending me to that fancy computer science school was the right move. As if they had anything left to teach me there anyway.
Ugh, you're as full of yourself as ever. Sota lifts his hands in mock defense.
Okay, it's not like that, alright? I just mean, it felt like such a waste of time. I already knew how to code, and then there are teachers spending hours explaining what a variable is and preaching about clean code.
Okay, we get it, you're smart. Oh my god, he's actually trying to defend himself.
Like, yeah, sure, make it tidy, but maybe make it work first?
Hearing him say that, I can't help but laugh. Relax, I was kidding. You don't have to justify your entire high school experience. He blinks and stares at me for a second, and then laughs too.
Still, for the record, they really did waste my time.
Our laughter lingers for a moment before it fades into the breeze. The quiet that follows rests easily between us.
What about you? Back then, after everything, you've been okay since then?
Did our whole family die or something? I take a moment to think, then sit down by one of the vents, resting my elbows on my knees. I guess so. It took a while, but Mira took good care of me. Sota lowers himself beside me, quiet for a moment, as if waiting for me to continue talking. I still don't really know what happened back then, or how it all connects, why my parents suddenly left like that. Left or died? But I'm sure they had their reasons, and Mira's been there ever since, so I can't really complain. I mean, those words, dwelling on the past, never helped, so I stopped trying to piece it all together. Though I'd like to remember how Sota was always there for me.
I keep thinking, how I only made things harder for you.
His voice comes out low, a little hoarse, as if those words have been sitting in his throat for years.
You just started to feel okay again, and then I left too.
Wow. The abandonment trauma. The last traces of daylight cast uneven shadows across his face, sharpening an unfamiliar tautness in his expression. I don't know what to say, so I don't. Instead, I reach for his hand the way I used to when words weren't enough. He looks like such a kid. His fingers switch beneath mine. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice his gaze shift towards me.
What are you?
Meet his gaze just as something in his expression changes. Huh?
Nothing. Just, never mind.
I used to do this all the time, remember?
Yeah, I remember. It's fine. I don't mind.
Awkward. I trace small shapes across his familiar palm with my fingertip. A sun, a star, a clumsy heart. His hand is way bigger than it used to be. Keep moving my hand slowly across his for a while, accompanied only by the faint hum of the city below. Time drifts without either of us noticing. The sky has turned deep blue when I check my phone, and the streetlights begin to flicker on one after another. It's getting late. We should head back before they lock the door.
Yeah, getting locked out on here probably wouldn't make the best first impression.
Neither of us says much as we get up at an unhurried pace and head for the stairwell. The door thuds faintly as it shuts behind us, leaving the rooftop to the night. Making my way downtown. We make our way down and out of the building. Sota walks a little ahead, hands in his pockets, kicking at a stray leaf as we pass the bike racks.
So, you heading straight home? I could walk with you, if you want.
You don't have to. Oh, it's not far. You don't have to.
You sure? It's not like I have somewhere better to be.
Yeah, I can see that. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna get stolen off the sidewalk.
Alright. Get home safe, okay?
I will see you tomorrow, Sota. Sota heads east towards the station while I take the opposite direction. My place is about a 15-minute walk from campus, a small house I share with Mira, who practically raised me after my parents left. She's lived in Redhaven her whole life, in one of those narrow two-story homes tucked behind the university district. The neighborhood's quiet and verdant, and even though the coast is a ways off, the air still carries that fresh trace of sea salt. I walk downhill past the occasional vending machine and winter cherry blossoms, their branches dotted with buds that haven't opened yet. Today went way better than I expected. Running into Sota, of all people. Funny how everything keeps falling into place lately. But then again, why the hell would someone pay my tuition? If anyone deserves a scholarship, it's Sota. His parents could pay Red Haven's fees twice over, running a hotel. What? That's not the point of a scholarship. Never mind. If anyone deserves a scholarship, it's Sota. His parents could pay Red Haven's fees twice over, running hotel chains, basically financial wishing well, but he's the one with real skills. Anyways. My grades in high school were fine. The ones before that, let's not talk about them. Real. So, why me? Ugh. I'll probably never find out anyway. Whatever, I'll make the best of it. I might have barely passed the entrance test, but that still means I passed. The slope evens out as I turn onto our street. The houses here are close together, small fences dividing narrow front yards. Ours has a few camellia bushes by the gate. Still green, their buds waiting to bloom just like the cherry blossoms. I push the gate open, the hinge creaking in its usual way, and head up to the short path toward the porch light. Mira's never gonna believe it when I tell her who I ran into today. Wrap up the story somewhere between my coffee going cold in my hands and Yuki's expression shifting from curious to downright amused. So yeah, that was my first day at uni. No public embarrassment, no breakdowns. I call that a win.
That's debatable. I seem to recall a certain someone texting me at 7 a.m. about an existential crisis and a missing eyeliner.
She's not wrong. The existential crisis was really just me tearing the room apart for my eyeliner, which for the record had rolled under the bed. Okay, fair, but still, it went way better than expected. I thought I'd have to charm my way through conversations with people who already wrote research papers in high school. But instead it was just Sota. Yuki eyes me over the rim of her cup, one brow lifting as she takes an unhurried sip.
Just Sota, huh? The Sota who used to follow you around like a puppy, always carrying your bags and sneaking you snacks between classes?
He's always been like that with everyone, okay? Helping people out for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pure altruism. Oh, you know, clearly into you.
Yeah, exactly. Yuki, he's like family. That'd be weird. Oh, he got bro zoned. Rip.
Weird's never stopped anyone. Anyway, childhood friend energy aside, he's cute. If you don't want him, send him my way.
Okay. Over my dead body. Yuki snickers into her drink, clearly satisfied with my reaction.
So, Mr. Sunshine is back. But what about that guy you mentioned the other day? The one from your seminar?
Ray? You'd probably like him. Super laid back, sometimes annoyingly so. Athletic too. At the time I didn't think much of it. Still, something about him was hard to ignore. Let's see. Despite Sota and I picking different tracks, we agreed on taking the seminar together. Naturally, one of his course intros got slapped right on top of it, which leaves me here alone, bravely serving as our first week scout. SR 108. I scroll through my schedule again just to double check the room number. Should be right here. 3 girls have gathered near the door, hovering around one guy with the kind of interest people usually reserve for free goodies. They're laughing at something he says, a bit too eagerly for my taste. Then one of them brushes his arm with her hand as they drift away. Yeah, here comes the playboy. How pathetic. Now that the little crowd has dispersed, I'm about to head straight inside, if it weren't for that nagging feeling that I'm missing something right in front of me. Giving the guy by the door a second look, there's nothing, not even the faintest shimmer, though I can't shake the sense that there should be. I narrow my eyes, focusing, and for the slightest moment I swear a fragmented wisp of a thread flickers into view. I blink, and it's gone.
Huh? Do I have something on my face?
Yes, you do. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. No, sorry, I thought you were someone else. He unhurriedly pushes off the wall and brushes past me towards the door.
Sure. Happens all the time. Another first year too shy to just say hi.
Okay. He pulls the door open and steps aside, looking at me with a shamelessly self-assured smirk on his face. Ugh, fantastic. He thinks I was staring because I'm into him. Thanks. I quickly slip through the doorway, eager to escape the awkwardness of the moment.
Don't go hiding in the back.
Mind yours, bro.
You seem like the type who actually pays attention, and I can't end up with another group of slackers.
His tone is half serious, half teasing, a mix that makes it impossible to tell how much of that was an actual request. Just as impossible to read as that flickering nothing I saw a moment ago. You're recruiting already?
This seminar's too much of a drag to fail again. Half the people were already flunked once. The other half are fresh out of orientation, pretending that they know what's going on. You at least look like you take this seriously, so you're my best shot at making it through.
A bro's trying to freeload off us because he keeps failing the class, or what? He rests a hand lightly against my back, guiding me towards one of the middle rows before dropping into a seat. I sigh under my breath but take a seat beside him anyway. Seems like I've already been drafted. I drop my bag beside the chair and glance around the room while my new acquaintance scrolls through his phone, some video playing at a noticeably high volume. Deep breath. This will work out somehow. Yeah, for $1,000 a study session, I'll help you. Facts. I'm just about to comment when the door swings open and the supposed tutor walks in. A man in his early 30s, plain shirt, sleeves rolled to the elbow, tablet under one arm, and cup in the other. His expression says he's done this 100 times before. Alright, let's get this over with. Welcome to Perceptual Analysis and Interpretation. I'm Isu Akitsu. You can call me Mr. Akitsu, or if you're lazy, just Isu. Either works. He sets the tablet down on the desk, taps through a few pages, and then looks up again. I assume everyone managed to register through the portal. If not, tough luck, this seminar's full. Okay. Let's do a quick attendance check in case someone still can't read room numbers properly. A few names will be missing. It seems the systems modeling crowd got double booked again. Apparently some things never change, no matter how advanced tech gets. A few laughs ripple through the room, though most just sound tired enough to relate. Alright. He goes through the list one by one, each name followed by a murmur somewhere in the room. Rei Minazuki.
Present!
I see, back for round 3. Round 3 is crazy. Let's aim to make it past week 6 this time.
No promises.
What a bum. Round 3? What exactly did I just get myself into? I glance at him and he merely shrugs, completely unbothered, as if 2 failed attempts were nothing more than a mild inconvenience.
Don't worry. I'm actually planning to pass this time. 3rd time's the charm, right?
I guess. Right. Before I can come up with anything smarter, my name's being called. Miss Nikki Ube. Here. Ray's gaze flicks sideways, a faint smirk playing on his lips, like he just confirmed something he'd already guessed. Good. Now for those new here, the seminar is graded on a weekly progress checks, 1 final paper, and a presentation at the end of the term. Since half the campus decided to sign up this semester, we'll be working in groups of 5. I hate that. You'll need to register your group in the online portal by next week. Anyone who doesn't will get randomly assigned, and trust me, you don't want that. As Mr. Akitsu goes on outlining the course requirements, Ray leans a little closer, lowering his voice.
So, what'd you score on the entrance test?
I scored some nunya. Shouldn't I be the one asking that?
You first.
45. His eyebrows lift a fraction.
Out of 100?
Obviously, but before you say anything, it's not that bad. I might not have the top score, but I'm not stupid.
Huh? Didn't say you were.
Well, what's your score then?
Just means we'll have to count on the other lucky fellows to carry us through.
Yeah, you haven't told me your score yet.
Didn't take the test.
What? Let me guess, your daddy got you in here. You what?
Yeah, shocking, I know. Try not to tell the dean.
That's not how entrance exams usually work.
Let's just say I had a different entry route. Perks of good timing or good connections. Take your pick.
Yeah, daddy slid the admission officer a fat check. I can't tell if he's joking or dead serious, and honestly, I'm not sure I even want to know. Better to just move on. Well, at least we'll have some backup. My friend Sota's in the informatics track. He'll be a part of our group too.
Friend, huh? Lucky him. He can handle the thinking while we look busy then.
You mean while you look busy?
Now you're getting it.
He's such a bum. Oh my god. He's just mocking me, right? Right? For a moment, he actually looks like he's listening to Mr. Akitsu until his foot starts bouncing, restless in a way that makes it painfully obvious he'd rather be anywhere else.
Man, this is already dragging.
Bro, like, why are you here then? Hello? I glance at him, not sure I heard that right, but he's already stretching his arms like he's clocking out of a gym session.
Well, it was nice meeting you, partner. I'll go hit the mats for a bit. Staying put this long feels like torture.
Is he for real? Should I stop him? Too late, he's already on his feet, bag slung over one shoulder, entirely unfazed about ditching class 10 minutes in.
You can fill me in later, right?
No.
See you around.
Yeah, smell you later. He gives my shoulder a light pat on the way out, tossing the tutor a lazy 2-finger salute as he passes. Mr. Akitsu, meanwhile, only sighs, shaking his head before he looks at me with equal parts pity and apology. Nar. Yuki barely lets me finish before she laughs outright.
Okay, I get it. In your mind, he's a total douchebag.
He is.
But That actually sounds more like anime protagonist to me.
If you say so. She wiggles her eyebrows in a way that makes it physically impossible not to roll my eyes. You have a very active imagination. He's just some guy who's at Red Haven because his parents are loaded or something. Zero ambition, zero effort, just hanging around because it's convenient. Facts.
Mm-hmm, sure. And yet, women seem to like him, so something's working for him. Except for you, that is.
Oh lord, not like other girls. I open my mouth to protest, but she's already looking way too pleased with herself.
Alright, what does he look like?
She taps her fingers against her cup, very clearly waiting for details. He's athletic. Brown hair, wolf cut, green eyes. She's not wrong, he looks like he walked out of an anime where he's clearly the lead. Does martial arts, apparently. Now that I'm thinking about it, he kind of looks like he walked straight out of that old Titan anime Mira made us watch.
There it is. He's so hot.
You don't even know what he looks like. Who? Ray or the MC? She nearly chokes on her coffee.
But wait. You're utterly annoyed by that man, yet you remember his eye color and sport? What's going on there?
You do realize I have to work with him in the seminar, right? It's not like I can just not notice who I'm dealing with.
Wow. Should I call HR? Or are you handling this investigation on your own?
Yuki, I'm about to dump this coffee on your head, bro. Oh my god, okay, listen. I might have seen him again after that. Yuki pauses mid-sip. She smells drama like a shark smells blood.
Oh, go on.
On my way home, I passed the terrace of the martial arts building. You know, the one with the tatami mats facing the courtyard? He was training there. Yuki leans forward an inch. She's locked in. He called me over. Showed me something. Nothing crazy, just a little stance. Yuki's grin grows by the second, like she's already writing a fan fiction in her head.
So, he called you over just to teach you a stance. Let me guess. He had to correct you. Hands on, right?
Yuki! She's spot on.
I'm just stating the facts you conveniently left out. But honestly, that martial arts part has to be the wildest thing you're telling me today.
If only. The week after that was even more interesting. In any case, Ray wasn't the most stressful part.
What does that mean?
I honestly don't even know where to start. Her eyes widen, hands already gripping her cup like she's bracing for impact. The lecture, I guess. The alarm had already gone off 3 times before I finally opened my eyes. A glance at the clock makes my stomach drop. Oh shit, it's already this late. I scramble to get ready, throwing on the same outfit from yesterday, and shove my tablet into my bag. I'm late. No breakfast for me, Mira. Not even toast in my mouth. Her usual "take care" trails after me as I rush out the door. Breathless from running through the streets all the way to campus, I finally reach the auditorium. I hope Sota saved me a spot, otherwise this is gonna be awkward. I slip inside as quietly as I can and scan the rows until I spot him in the middle of the section, waving subtly with an open seat behind him. Squeezing past the line of students already settled in, muttering apologies under my breath, I finally reached the spot.
Your hair is a total mess. What'd you do? Did you sleepwalk all the way here?
Yes. Very funny. Thanks for the seat, though. I settle in, at least, letting my gaze drift towards the front of the room. Ooh! Who is this? The man at the podium stands with effortless composure. Broad-shouldered, dressed in a dark three-piece suit, his very stillness commands attention. And he's exactly my type. He has been speaking on the frontiers of research and enterprise where emotional perception collides with business and ethics. He is Leave. Is that the correct way to say it? Leave Kazuma, CEO of Nexacorp. What began as a small tech startup with Cinevis support rose within only a few years to rival the country's most influential cybersecurity companies. At the same time, he serves as a junior professor at Redhaven University. His name whispered from academic halls to corporate boardrooms.
For although the act condemns the doer, the end may justify him. Niccolo Machiavelli.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
A principle that has endured for centuries.
You're right.
The idea is deceptively simple. The outcome is said to cleanse the act, necessity alone redeeming what would otherwise be condemned. It is a tempting notion, one that shifts the burden from the act itself to the promise of what follows.
The auditorium holds steady. The faint glow of scattered tablet screens reflects across attentive faces, their users motionless as if pinned in place by the weight of his cadence.
But what greater injustice is there than the one that parades as justice? A result cannot sanctify a path that corrodes its own foundation. When the means are poisoned, the end is already compromised.
You right. When he laughs, it sounds like this, ha ha ha, with the money. I rub the last traces of sleep from my eyes and take him in, his demeanor, his voice, the argument pressing forward with such exact control. And the thread, deep red, steady, almost unmoving, unlike the gentle sway they usually carry. It doesn't make sense. Threads like this mean history, shared ground, something built, but I don't know this man. I've never met him before. Oh, is he the one who, gave us the scholarship, maybe?
History offers us more than examples of progress bought at untenable cost. It shows us how quickly necessity becomes a pretext, how easily ambition dresses itself in the language of the greater good. The most dangerous lies are never spoken outright. They are told through results presented as proof that the path was justified.
A quiet lingers. It's as if the topic has knocked the wind out of the room.
Now, bring this closer to our field. Emotional abilities can sway perception. Research can normalize manipulation. Enterprises born in the name of innovation can scale into systems whose consequences eventually outgrow the moral comfort of any one individual.
Wow, he's spitting facts here.
Each of these begins with a claim of benefit, each of them framed as a service to society. So, let me ask you this. Which view should guide us? Should ethics be absolute, or should they bend under the prominence of ambition?
His eyes travel across the rows, detached yet deliberate, until they halt on me?
The young lady with red flower in her hair, a few rows from center. Would you share your perspective?
Let's see. If we bend rules once, where does it stop? Absolutes don't always fit reality. It feels impossible to choose. Hmm. Kind of feel like this one. Absolutes don't always fit reality. Sometimes you have to weigh outcomes. One life can save many.
Pragmatism. Yet every compromise sets a precedent. Who decides where the line is drawn?
You're right. Of course, out of everyone here, he had to call on the girl who slipped in late, looking barely awake. Or did he notice something too? Nah, I'm just tripping. Probably not so awake after all.
Ends and means are never separate. To believe otherwise is the beginning of corruption. Principles that bend to any convenience are not principles at all. They are excuses, masked as virtue. For you, this will not only be theory. In research, in enterprise, even in your own handling of link types, where you stand will matter. That is all for today.
What do you guys think? Should should you absolutely not bend the rules, or will one sacrifice for the greater good be better? Let me know. Applause follows at once, formal and steady, rising to fill the hall. Leave Kazuma steps away from the podium, movements efficient, already drawing a phone from his pocket. By the time he leaves the stage, his voice is low into the receiver.
If he'd called on me, I'd have been a total mess.
You? You just laugh it off.
No way! I'd still be shaking. I actually am, just at the thought of it.
Oops, I just cut him off. The heaviness of the lecture hangs in the air, but Sota's laugh makes it feel lighter, like a window cracked open after too long inside. I gather my things as the crowd breaks apart. The rest of the day pulls us from one lecture to the next. By the time Sota and I step out of our last class, my shoulders ache. It's been a long day. Finally, that was the last one. We stop by a vending machine on the way out. Sota taps a button and 2 lemon sodas rattle into the tray.
Here you go. It's still your favorite, right?
You remembered, I used to drink this all the time. He cracks his can open with a hiss of carbonation, taking a long sip before looking at his phone.
Oh, shoot. Coding project team's meeting's up already. I totally forgot the time. I'll have to go. Sorry. Normally I'd walk you home. You know that.
No worries, I need to stop by the admin terminal anyway to finish my ID registration. He hesitates a moment longer as if wanting to argue, then lets out another little laugh and waves it off.
Alright. Just don't vanish on me. Text me when you're home safe, yeah?
With that, he slips into the flow of students heading out. His honey blonde hair disappears into the crowd, leaving me with the quiet hum of evening settling over campus. After I finish registering my ID at the administration terminal, most students have already left. The main hallway lights are shut off. The corridor glows faintly under the emergency lighting along the walls, each pool of brightness leaving long shadows between. My footsteps carry through the empty corridor, sharp against the silence, as I make my way toward the exit. From the side, an arm extends out of a recessed doorway, cutting across my path. I freeze, my shoulder nearly colliding with the hand barring my way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Following the line of his lead. Wait, whoa, whoa!
You signed their agreement.
What? What agreement?
Do you even know what you agreed to?
No. I don't quite understand. I take a small step back, but his presence follows. His left arm shifts, palm pressing flat against the wall beside me, the dull thud carrying through the empty hall. Heat crowds in as the space between us shrinks and my back meets the cold wall. What? My breath hitches shallow against the silence. He's cabadoning
I
us.
thought you'd be more careful. Smarter than letting Cinevis get their hands on you so easily.
What are you talking about? His sleeve brushes my arm as he leans in.
You really have no idea what you've stepped into.
Dog, I have no idea what you're talking about. For our heartbeat, the thread between us pulses jagged where it should be steady. Oh. Okay. Sir. Standing bent over, gaze lowered past me, his strained breath grazes my temple. Sir? I can't help but stand frozen, my eyes fixed on him until his lift to meet mine. His look raw, almost pleading. Hello? But then he pulls back at once. He smooths his jacket with a precise tug, composure snapping back into place. I exhale without meaning to, only then realizing I'd been holding my breath.
Forgive the manner of my approach. That was inappropriate.
Yeah, what was that? Also, why was it going automatically? I couldn't stop it. Bro just pinned us to the wall and was like, how could you sign your name on the dotted line? And I don't even know what we signed. He slips a card from his jacket and holds it out. I take it without thinking, fingers closing around the card before my mind catches up.
In case anything unusual occurs during your involvement with Cinevis, do not hesitate to contact me.
Okay. You got it, Professor.
Good evening, Miss.
Miss Ube. Wait! By the time the words leave me, he's already striding toward the exit. His long steps carry him several meters away before I can even think to move. I can't just let this end here. What was that? I can't just let this end here before I even realize that my legs are already moving, chasing him down the corridor and out through the glass doors. The cool night air rushes against my face as I hurry outside and call after him. I said wait, you can't just act like that and walk away. Facts. He slows down his pace, not enough to look caught off guard, but sufficient for me to close the distance.
Go home. You don't need to involve yourself further.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What exactly am I not supposed to involve myself in?
You're a stubborn one.
Doesn't seem like I'm just one to you, though. The corner of his mouth lifts, the shift small but unmistakable. For the first time, he looks almost amused, undeniably so. His head turns at last, eyes cutting to me while we follow the path off campus.
If you're actually as smart as you think you are, you'll stay out of Senevis matters and do exactly as I told you.
Okay.
Contact me only if something unusual happens. Nothing more.
So I can't contact you for a date? Mr. Kazuma, there is in fact something that seems off, and that's you.
Professor, at the very least.
We reach the faculty lot, a reserved space marked with his nameplate. A black sedan waits there, too refined to blend in with the rows behind it, or around it.
Stay focused on your studies. Don't meddle in things beyond your reach, and you'll be fine. Now, excuse me.
Without pause, he unlocks the car and steps inside. The door shuts with a soft thud, leaving me standing in the wash of streetlights. Okay. At least take us home, yeah, for real.
So, let me get this straight. You sneak into a lecture late, get called out by the professor, and then he corners you in a hallway?
You make it sound worse than it was.
Worse? Babe, that's literally something out of a true crime podcast. Or an Atome game. Don't tell me he left you with some cryptic calling card.
Yep, he did. Define cryptic. Yuki stares at me for a second, then breaks into a laugh loud enough to draw a glance from the next table.
You're kidding! I swear, if this man doesn't secretly run a shadow organization, I'll eat my apron!
He's a professor, not a supervillain.
Same thing, different PR strategy. Though, I'm not sure he quite got that. Alright, come on, what's his name? Spill.
Leave Kazuma. He's apparently the youngest professor at Redhaven, and...
Wait. Leave Kazuma? As in double espresso, no small talk, leave Kazuma?
Yeah? What?
He's one of our regulars. Doesn't even order himself. Someone from the office calls ahead. Always takes the same seat in the back. If someone's already there, we're supposed to, you know, rearrange the situation.
Okay.
Tall, rich, kind of intimidating. You know what? I take back the true crime bit. We are officially back in Atome territory.
Can't help but laugh. The image fits almost too well. Yuki leans in over the table, her eyes gleaming with mischief.
I mean, who could blame him if he got a little distracted? You're kind of unfairly cute when you panic.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's what he was thinking while interrogating me.
Hey, I'm just saying. Youngest professor on the campus, CEO, jawline sharp enough to cut glass? Girl, I've seen people fall for less.
You right. You right. I laugh and shake my head, fingers curling around the nearly empty cup. The last few drops slide across the bottom as I tilt it absently from side to side.
Oh, God. Don't tell me you're actually into him! I mean, look, I don't know how to break it to you, but...
No! What? No, nothing like that. It's just what he said wasn't exactly flirt material, and it's not the only weird hallway encounter I've had lately. That night in the hallway, it didn't feel coincidental, and 2 days later, I found out just how right that feeling was. Okay. Step out of Dr. Shinanome's office into the corridor. Night has settled outside, making the overhead lights feel even brighter. The reception desk down the hall already left empty. Half lost in my thoughts, I only become aware of someone approaching me from the opposite direction when they're almost upon me.
Miss?
Miss Ube Nikki. This guy's kind of cute too. My full name, my full government name, Ube. He comes to a smooth stop in front of me, tall enough that I have to tilt my head back a little more that feels natural, and extends his hand in a courteous gesture, his palm slightly upturned. His dark hair is drawn back neatly, catching the overhead light with a lustrous sheen, like silk threads pulled taut.
Aziel Viri.
Aziel Viere. Okay.
You could say I oversee this branch of Senevis.
Okay. This branch. I return the gesture, placing my hand in his. This segment plays automatically. Okay. I can't read that fast, so go ahead and read it, y'all. It's a pleasure.
I make it a point to personally welcome our more interesting participants.
Okay. Participants in what? Interesting? Oh, I see.
Dr. Shinonome speaks very fondly of you, though the data speaks for itself. A link type like yours is not something one encounters often.
Okay.
It would be wasteful not to give it the attention it deserves.
Uh-huh. He keeps my hand enclosed as he speaks, long enough for a moment to stretch past what feels necessary. You can let go now. I suppose I should feel flattered. This is getting a little weird. His thought slips away mid-formation as the hull gradually seems to lose its depth. The lights flare all at once, sharp enough that I ought to narrow my eyes, a faint sting blooming behind them.
I hope the sessions haven't been too overwhelming. The transition into a controlled research environment can be a lot for a first-year student.
Right. Somewhere between our hands, a familiar tension stirs. The red thread between us tightens into awareness, faint at first, then trembling, its glow pulsing softly as if drawn into breath. My fingers curl without thinking, tightening around his. His thumb shifts slightly against my knuckles in response, the contact grounding me, even as my own breath and heartbeat grow increasingly loud in my ears.
Are you feeling unwell?
Sensation settles into something warm and steady, spreading quietly through my chest. With it, whatever tension had risen moments ago ebbs, leaving behind a calm that feels almost reassuring. He drugged us! No. I'm alright. I think I didn't drink enough today. His hand finally withdraws, smooth and unhurried. The absence leaves behind a faint echo of warmth.
Then you should be more mindful of that.
Okay.
Regardless, I look forward to working with you. I'm sure you'll find your time here quite rewarding.
Right. Somewhere down the corridor, an office door opens. Dr. Shinonome stands half in the doorway, his gaze lowered slightly, his hands still at his sides as if unsure whether to move at all. My gaze is fixed on Aziel's hand, though, the warmth still slow to fade.
Takuma, there you are. I was just explaining how exceptionally rare we both consider her link type to be.
The praise settles somewhere warm in my chest, soothing in a way I wouldn't expect it to feel. Takuma lifts his head just enough to acknowledge us.
But I won't keep you occupied any longer.
He steps aside, clearing the hallway with effortless courtesy. The hallway that opens up before me now appears even colder, like a place I'm reluctant to step into. Thank you. Have a good afternoon, I guess.
You as well. Good afternoon, miss.
Miss Ube. I walk past him toward the exit, my thoughts trailing behind me as the doors slide open. Only once I'm outside does a vague sense of dissonance resurface. Wasn't that strange? The feeling fades before I can pin it down. Yeah, that was weird. What was that?
Okay. No, that's not funny.
What?
I'm serious. Something about that doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, me too. Wow, harsh. Are you impersonating Professor Kazuma now? Yuki doesn't smile, not even a little. He was just being attentive, I guess. Oh my god. And I probably just stood up too fast or something.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to be alone with him.
Facts. You're really not joking, are you?
No, I'm not.
She studies my face for a moment longer than usual.
Also, drink some water. Seriously, you look spaced out.
I was drinking enough.
And that day too? Did you eat?
I mean, yeah, I think so. It was just a long day.
Did anyone offer you anything there?
Yuki, you don't have to educate me about stranger danger. Maybe she should, bro.
I'm not. I just want to make sure. Gotta be careful, especially in places like this.
Even if her concern feels a little much, I know she's just looking out for me. No, I wasn't offered anything. I was only at Dr. Shinanome's office before that, that's it.
Fine, but still, next time something like that happens, call me.
Now you really do sound like Kazuma. She huffs out a quiet breath, shaking her head.
So, this Dr. Shinonome you mentioned, is he just as sketchy?
God, no. If anything, he's a little awkward in an endearing way. The walk from campus to the Cinevis Research Center takes barely 3 minutes. Pretty convenient considering I can slip over right after my lectures. The lobby is bright and modern, all white stone and clean lines. As I walk in, a receptionist behind the sleek marble front desk greets me amiably. Good afternoon, miss. Welcome to the Cinevis Research Institute. Do you have an appointment? Yes, under Nikki Ube for the link type study. One moment. She scrolls through the monitor in front of her, then gives a small nod. Ah, here you are. You're scheduled in room C12 today. Oh, isn't that usually with Dr. Shinonome? She glances up, seeming mildly surprised. Is that important? Do you need Dr. Shinonome specifically? No, I was just asking. It's fine. Then C12 is correct. You can head down the hall and take the elevator to the 3rd floor. I'm halfway to the elevator when someone turns the corner, white coat, white hair, and his thin hollow tablet tucked under one arm.
Miss, you're early. That's good.
Oh, Dr. Shinonome. I was told to go to C12? He pauses and studies me for a second, then glances at his tablet.
That must be a scheduling error. Your session is with me. Please, this way.
There's something fishy going around here. He steps past me and opens the door of his office lab with one quiet motion.
After you.
Thank you. Oh my god, he has a, what's it called? Axolotl? I walk inside and the door closes softly behind me. The room is exactly like I remember it from the evaluation. Neat and tidy except for the desk where a mix of printouts, notes, and books is spread out all over. Not that I am in any position to judge, considering what my own desk has looked like ever since university started. But what really draws my attention is the aquarium in the corner of the room, which I very professionally pretended not to stare at last time. The Dr. Shinono may not here yet. I step closer to take a proper look. A pink axolotl drifts lazily through the water, its tiny legs paddling a bit clumsily while the little school of blue-striped zebrafish weaves around it. Up close, it's even cuter.
It was indeed a switch-up.
I jump. Oh dear. Swear that door didn't make a sound. To my luck, he doesn't seem to notice my little flinch, since he looks partly lost in his own thoughts anyway.
The receptionist seemed unusually abashed when I asked about your room assignment. A more notable reaction than a simple clerical error usually warrants.
Maybe she thought it would annoy you?
Annoy me? No. I merely told her to update the system so your sessions are routed to my room.
Oh. No wonder she looked embarrassed. She got both of us requesting the same thing back to back.
Anyway, you like the axolotl?
Yes. Yeah, it's cute. Does it have a name?
No.
No name?
She's the only one in the tank, so there's no risk of confusing her with anyone else.
Okay. Just still give her a name.
Also, axolotls don't respond to names the way a dog or cat would.
Really?
They can perceive low-frequency sounds through vibrations in the water, but their recognition abilities are limited, mostly to scent and simple visual cues.
We'll call her Pinky.
Meaning, she most certainly wouldn't know about it.
Somehow that's both logical and a little sad. But he keeps saying she, that's unexpectedly adorable. I'm sure she's perfectly happy without one then. For a moment he watches the axolotl drift through the water. A small, unguarded smile crosses his face before he turns back toward the desk. He gestures to the seat across from him. I sit and the tablet's interface tilts slightly, its display splitting into labeled sections on its own.
Before we continue, let me confirm your current classification. Link types are currently categorized across 3 dimensions: direction of influence, modality, and volitional control.
He glances at the tablet, though it seems more like a courtesy than necessity.
Based on your evaluation, your link type is marked as bidirectional, perceptive, and passive. Does that alignment match with your own experience?
Yeah, sounds right. I don't manipulate anything, I just see things, and only in connection to other people.
To the individual you're interacting with?
Not exactly, it's more contextual. If there's something meaningful between us, the thread appears. If not, nothing. He nods slightly, the tablet logs it in a neat shimmering glyphs.
Since when have you been able to perceive it?
For as long as I can remember, thought everyone saw them until I was maybe 8?
That's common. In families without existing link types, early manifestations often go unnoticed or dismissed as imagination. Education systems don't cover the topic in enough depth either. It's only natural to treat one's own perception as objective reality until proven otherwise.
He really is a pro at turning one simple question into a whole lecture.
Do you perceive it constantly?
Not consciously. They're always there, but I usually tune them out. It's like your own nose, I guess.
Your nose?
Yeah, it's always in your field of vision, technically, but your brain filters it out. The threads feel like that. They only stand out when something draws attention to them.
I see.
His eyes flick briefly to the tablet before returning to me.
Do you perceive threads between third parties?
I don't think so. At least I never noticed anything like that. If it happened, I'm pretty sure I would have seen it.
If you ever notice anything like that, feel free to bring it up. Otherwise, any irregularities, flickering, incomplete manifestations?
Irregularities. I mean, there are things. Ray's thread is strained, and sometimes a thread feels stronger or more present than it should. There was something strange. I want to understand it too. There was something strange. If it were a real anomaly, you should probably know at least about the thing that was going on with Ray. Maybe one thing, actually. There was a moment where the thread felt off.
Off in what way?
With one of my classmates. It kind of flickered, like it was there for a second, then gone when I focused on it. His brows shift barely a millimeter.
Interesting. We'll note that as a one-time irregularity for now, and check whether it stabilizes or repeats later. That covers everything we need for today.
He reaches for the tablet, glances once at the finalized readout, and clicks the display into standby before setting it aside. I wonder, he must have a link type too, right? May I ask you something? He pauses with an expectant look on his face, as if he's waiting for me to continue. What's your link type? A brief pause follows, like he's considering how much to say.
Other directed, perceptive, passive.
So it's similar to mine?
No. The classification system describes functional parameters, not experimental similarity.
But you see things too.
In a manner of speaking. But it's not something I usually discuss in details with participants.
Why not? Right, that was probably a bit too personal. No, tell me. I really shouldn't be this curious, but I am. Facts.
No, it's a reasonable question. I just prefer not to bias your self-assessment by going too much into my own perception.
He studies me for a moment.
But we're essentially finished for today, so it won't interfere. Put simply, I perceive emotional states as color auras surrounding the person.
So he basically reads people like open books. Goodbye, privacy, however. That sounds beautiful. Your world must be incredibly colorful.
In theory, yes. But outside of these auras, my vision is monochromatic.
Oh, he's colorblind? Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. His gaze shifts slightly, like he's trying to reconcile the color he's seeing with the apology I just offered.
Most people would be curious.
There's a brief pause and then he straightens a little.
If you don't have any further questions, we're done for today.
No, that's all, thank you.
I'll see you at your next appointment then.
I give him a small nod, stand up, and head for the door. So he can only see blobs of color from people's auras?
You're right. The way you tell it, he's just nerdy doctor awkward. Not run for your life awkward.
See, I told you.
And he has a link type too, you said?
Yeah, he sees emotions as colors, but I feel like seeing them and knowing what to do with them are two really different things. Not that he doesn't understand them. just not always on a personal level.
Huh. So he's missing the field experience.
I guess you could say it like that. Though honestly, that might not even be a bad thing for his job.
True. Objectivity can be useful. But you could also, teach him how feelings work.
Excuse me? Who's the doctor here? Yuki snorts, attention between us finally dissolving into easy laughter. When it fades, she grows quieter, her gaze drifting to the side.
If anyone's going to notice something off about that weird guy you mentioned earlier, it's probably him. Might be worth asking him sometime.
Yeah, hey Doc, about that handsome but creepy guy who owns this place, what do you know about him? Yeah, maybe. Cafe has grown noticeably busier, the clatter of dishes and hum of conversation rising as the late lunch visitors start to roll in. Yuki checks the time on her phone, her shoulders sinking slightly.
My break's almost over.
Already?
Unfortunately, duty calls.
She starts stacking the empty cups and glances at me once more before standing up.
So, you're going straight home?
Yes, Mira says she's making katsudon for lunch. Ooh, that sounds good.
Of course she is. Mira's katsudon should be illegal.
You've had it twice.
And I still think about it.
She pulls me into a quick hug. I'll send you a picture later.
You're evil.
Bye, Len. Thanks for joining. She squeezes my arm once before heading back towards the counter, already slipping back into work mode. I wave a quick goodbye before heading out, the bell above the door chiming softly behind me. There's comfort in knowing that some bonds exist beyond words. That not every connection needs to be understood right away. And somewhere beneath all of it, I can feel the threads still there, waiting for fate to unfold. That was really good. Self-funded. Nice. Let me check out this Kickstarter. Let me see here. What kind of prizes do they have for participating in the Kickstarter? And that's why we should support indie game folks. Yes. Oh, that was really good. I'll definitely play the full game. Let me see. Let me pull this up here. There, we can look at this. Got it. Let's see. Digital game, digital thank you card, digital art and guidebook. Will not be available after this campaign ends. Digital soundtrack. Release on streaming platforms may follow no earlier than 6 months. Snevis subject. Snevis has taken note of your name. You are now part of the program. Love interest voice messages, emote set, and digital photo card design are Kickstarter exclusives, available only during this campaign. Personal correspondence. Heartfelt delivery finds its way to your door, shipped from Red Haven with love. Letters, letter ratings, and photo card designs are Kickstarter exclusives. See, voice letter ratings are tied to which love interest route get unlocked via stretch goals. Only love interests whose route is funded will have a voice reading. Let's see. Where are they at right now? 24. So they're expanded chat feature, world wiki, integrated minigame, character diaries, character animation, full voiceover, expanded demo, animated opening, Nintendo Switch port. Whoa. Yeah, this is really cool. I'll support it in my next paycheck. But yeah, there it is. That was a Redline Strings of Fate demo. That was cool.